And we're live!
Yay!
Main page!
Man.
Hey everybody! I hope you saw a little bit of our fun hijinks last time and decided to come back and join us for more adventures of this wacky crew and a little boy.
The highlight of the adventure.
Right. So, last time, the adventurers had spoken to a diviner who was a Goliath, Etten-blooded diviner. They went to his little citadel in the very edge of the hills of Ganok. They discussed with him some oddities that they had found at the settlement of Omoa, where seemingly some mists of leaf had found some way into what they had thought was a sealed area, and there seemed to be ill portents that they needed to investigate. So they went to see this diviner whom Delwyn knew. They traveled a little ways, and after speaking with the gruff gentleman, he gave them another task, which was to shepherd this young boy named Mose, who some people were happy was with the party and some people were less happy. But it was discovered that Mose was somewhat of a divining rod for finding out more about the oddities that surrounding the how of the odd behavior of the mist. And so we find the party just after a battle with some giant ticks in the foothills of Ganok, just paces away from the citadel, where some of them were wounded and some escaped, and I believe Mose had a crazy hit.
You got a crit on the tick and split it from the butt or something.
Right.
Oh, Mose.
And so we cut into the scene. Again, the hills are fairly rough, bumpy area with soft ground and 6 to 8, 9, sometimes 12-inch oily black, gray, and brownish grasses. Ilum Bonegrinder, who was the diviner, has a citadel built of what I said was quartz before, but it makes more sense if it was
Squirts.
Shoot, what's that? Oh, now I'm blanking. So let's just call it quartz for now.
What color is it?
It's a crystal, but it like changes color.
Oh.
I
Prismarine.
was researching it before, but I forgot. And
Oh,
we'll come back.
yeah,
we'll come back to it. Anyway,
Change.
he had a rock garden around, and there was a little bit of junk pile too around the back that Delwyn and some assistants used to build up his wagon. So we cut back to that after a night of working on the wagon, perhaps recovering from wounds.
Okay.
Ilum let you guys use the kind of upper floor of his tower to rest. And you wake in the morning. What to do next is your choice. Mose seemed interested in becoming a pirate.
Hey, we're gonna chase that bliss.
Not happening.
There are a few options in that regard. You could travel from Umoa across the... Well, there's two roads. You could take the kind of northern road, also called the Long Grind, which got its name for a number of... It's a paved road, pocked, of course, because it's not very well kept. No one has recovered the ability to create asphalt, so it's plenty rough, but at least it's a straight path, well, straight-ish path. Anyway, it has its name for the number of automatons that seem to just kind of pace it, most of which are not sentient.
Oh.
Which is kind of an oddity. For a while, for the first couple of years that people discovered that, they would try and attack them and like take parts off of them. But eventually, they found that like it just wasn't worth it because they would defend themselves even if they weren't sentient, and they would just kind of carry on and pace back and forth. And eventually, they actually discovered that they could use them as a little bit, somewhat unreliable way of like transporting goods, at least along that road. But you would have to kind of go at its pace. Anyway,
It's like stick the.
so that's the northern road,
stick
and that
the
passes through Down Key, where you kind of a couple of you first met each other, and terminates at a place called Deep Mine, which is a shelter that was kind of built to the very bottom of a crater, about 200 feet down. Which and that is at again, that terminates that place stops at the Everreach Mountains, named for the way the mountains look like hands reaching towards the sky. On the other side of the Everreach Mountains is Britefall, where Delwyn grew up. However, the way to pass through, you would have to take the southern road, and that goes by a small, very small settlement called Quick Rest, another very small settlement called Sifter's Folly, passes the Shimmer Lake, and then 5 more days through the mountains to get to Britefall. So that's a bit of a ways. The other option is to go towards the Six-Sided Sea, which is about 7, about a total of 10 days travel to the northwest. So you have a couple options. Really, Ilum told you that whatever Mose came up with, you'd have to interpret. So there's a lot of faith being kind of put in what goes on.
Right.
And from the description that he told you, him being a Cambion / half elf, his kind of status as this kind of beacon depends on the people around him.
So it's like Tinkerbell. We have to believe.
A bit like that, yes.
So if you stop believing in him, Eric, they'll disappear.
So before we get into
Before
we get into the RP, I'm going to do what I didn't do before last time, and I want to showcase this pixel art that was wonderfully done by Songo Anda.
Yeah.
You can see here. I'm going to go through a quick picture of each one close up next to his actor.
Oh, actor's a strong word. Performer is where it was at. Entertainer.
Yeah.
Puppet Master?
Tickler.
So I just wanted to thank you again for the wonderful artwork. It was very worth it. Anyway, so moving on. You guys are in a late-ish kind of autumn morning. It is a bit humid in the hills, even though it is somewhat cool. The air is kind of thick with moisture. There are thin clouds overhead, but they're dark, perhaps portending a storm in the next couple of days. Delwyn has assured you, and has a very strong feeling that you're clear of danger from the mist for at least a couple of days.
But what about getting rained on?
Rain could still be a problem, yes.
Can I find an umbrella?
You want to look for the junk pile?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll one.
No.
Okay, but you didn't roll a 13.
No, it's a 4.
Okay, well,
+1.
nothing bad happens. You just don't find an umbrella.
I do want to take another peek through the junk pile, see if there's anything I can just use mending on. Just use it for trade later.
Sure.
He finds an umbrella. Wow.
Hey,
Awesome.
robot, I have an idea. Go roll around in the grass with a coat of oil.
Ooh. 20.
20. Okay.
Did you
Actually,
roll-
21.
did
But
you
you're
roll-
just you're
That's
just
what I thought.
you're not like using your luck.
Good
you're just
idea.
looking,
Throws
right?
it in the trash.
Do you want to spend
Yeah.
luck?
Yeah, I was spending luck.
Tip.
Oh, okay. All right. Then let's go.
That's why I got a bomb
chart
luck
here.
score.
And
Let's
everyone
go
can, everyone can hear.
to
So you got a 20. That's 10,
the...
okay.
Actually, 21.
All right. So you find 1d3 plus 1 mundane items that are immediately useful.
Right.
Do they make it be 3 dice?
So what do you think is something that could be there?
Umbrella.
Other than an umbrella. We've determined that an umbrella is not there.
No, I just didn't find one.
Say, lantern could be useful.
Okay. There is a somehow unbroken lantern. That's one.
No, even broken. I'll use men to fix it up.
Sure.
A big canopy.
2 plus 1. All right, there's 2. So you have one more item.
A mundane item.
Do we need some lights on the cart?
Anything short of mundane meaning anything short of high tech or magic.
Need like a floodlight for the cart.
Solar.
I think that's old.
No, I make those with.
Oh.
Yeah, my lights are.
Oh, okay.
Solar
Natural
powered.
magic owl. Well, I'm gonna look for a poncho in the trash.
You're specifically looking for a poncho?
Yeah, I'll use my luck.
You can spend luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that's a 4 total.
Luck.
So I used one.
Okay. Yeah. You do not find a poncho. Matter of fact,
Go find a Poncho John poster.
you find what might be tick offerings,
Ah,
and a good amount of it gets in your hand.
great.
Well, not in your hand, on your hand.
Yeah, good. Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna find some water to roll.
Sora's gonna go run around on the grass and roll around in it to see if they can coat their clothing and armor with the oil.
Okay.
So that you're flammable?
Well, it's not
Um,
waterproof.
It is. Well, it's not exactly flammable. It burns, but not like cooking oil or anything like that.
Just permanently rolls around in it?
Why don't you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, dang it.
I mean, if you're really determined, you will coat yourself in it because it's not. It's as I said, it's everywhere. It's not super thick, but if you're determined, you can definitely cover yourself in it.
The extent of covering is meant for the cloak and the armor
Okay.
to make it water resistant.
Okay. Well, I believe you did snatch up a handful.
Yeah.
So you could probably use that to just rub down your cloak.
Excellent. I will do that.
Okay.
And we'll take that off my list. I had 2 bunches, so
Let's,
that both are just one.
let's instead just make a intelligence roll.
All right.
Unless you have some kind of crafting equivalent,
Let's see.
probably leatherworking or
Nope.
or even I would even say it could work. Survival would work.
Nope. What about sleight of hand
Sleight of hand.
for deafness of fingers? No. Okay. So intelligence. Here we go.
You slide it all over yourself
10.
really quick.
Yeah, you think it's sufficient.
Excellent.
It'll at least keep off the rain for a day.
Sounds good. So is that both bunches used up or just one?
I would say both, probably.
Okay. Cool.
How about a light crossbow? I'll fix one up for Mose.
Yeah, sure.
Is it cool?
Yeah.
We're gonna give him a crossbow.
Well, you know what?
Is
that in character?
you kind of pull it out and start looking at it. It's a little dinged up or whatever, and it doesn't have the string on it or anything. And it's, the crossbar is a little bit cracked, but he's mending. But his eyes just light up.
Oh, hey,
Now, will one of you teach him how to use this?
I can try.
well, we shouldn't let
Yeah.
Scopa do it.
Yeah, I want Sword to teach me.
Alright. Can you
Okay.
can't put blanks in it?
Put sticks in it.
Put sticks in it. Yeah. How about take the arrowheads off?
Well,
blunt.
that's no fun.
You're right.
How am I gonna help? How am I gonna help defend the crew?
Right.
It makes like a little like stance, like kind of looks off in the distance.
Say, hey, wait a minute, I have an idea. Why don't we just blunt some tips or put something soft on the tip and just pin a target on the back of the robot here?
Let's not.
For practice, yeah.
Yeah.
Why
We
the
just-
there are plenty of hills, rocks,
Because you're a moving target.
non-living objects.
You're something good to train on. You're about the right
That's not
size of
true.
size and shape of what we might encounter.
Why are you all so rude to me? Why?
You could just paint your shield and wear the shield on your back then.
You could not do this too. Why are you so rude to me? I start walking away.
Okay. You think you think you might have seen little kind of pixelated tear come from the eye monitor?
Huh.
Down.
Yeah.
It could have been a trick of the eye, but
Interesting.
No, I super walk away then.
Okay.
sure.
Okay, well, I guess we could just paint up some boards as a target.
Oh yeah, you could do that, huh? I'm still walking away.
Well, how far do you walk?
50 feet.
Does your head turn like 360 degrees just backwards?
Yes.
Just all the way around? No?
You don't know that. You're not there.
Like an owl.
All right, Mose, how do you feel about the six-sided sea?
Well, he seems to like kind of sit down,
That's 4 more than most seas.
thinking really hard.
I'm paying super attention, looking for portents or
Sure.
Let's see, as one side. It's
He
continuous.
scratches his nose a little
The
bit.
other side.
It's just one giant side.
Well,
Wraps all around.
I need a boat. I'm gonna be a pirate captain. Yeah, pirate captain.
So
where we're at,
maybe
That
not.
That is a lot of. Could I sail on it?
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe the top of it. I think you. I don't know. I've never been, but I think you swim through it.
haven't been either.
Maybe we need to go by the southern road to pass by Bright Lake then.
Yeah, maybe to the real ocean. Does that sound better?
Britefall?
I like that too.
Like that. So,
Well, what do you think is gonna be more dangerous?
Which one do we think is going to be more dangerous?
Well,
yeah, there's no way to
the
know.
road to Britefall is farther, so there's more potential for things to go bad.
Wait.
Which one do you
But
want?
there's more open space getting to the sea because there's less kind of roads directly to it. Well, no, actually,
Not all pipes go to the ocean.
no. There's a small road that goes to the west side of it. So
I vote
just
six-sided
there's,
sea.
there's more stops on the way to Britefall. There's that too.
It certainly sounds more interesting. And it's closer.
Six-sided sea is 10 days away.
Didn't Ilum divine something for us?
Yeah, kind of follow him.
All right, that was it.
He'll be our tiebreaker.
Well, I mean, we were supposed to make the decision. Let's vote.
Ooh,
Six-sided sea.
Six-sided sea.
I'm not there. I'm still away.
Fender.
What?
You have robot hearing.
Six-sided sea or Britefall.
Didn't Scofa want to see his family?
I do, but they appear to be.
ooh!
You want to eat Scofa's family? I mean,
I want
see?
to see Scopa's family.
All right, there you go.
There you go. I guess.
Got one.
Okay. Right, Paul? See your family?
It sounds like
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Does that mean I win?
Yes.
Wait,
That's a good thing, right?
which one?
So if you remember, he has like a little makeshift short sword that is it's basically a plate of steel with holes punched to it that has been sharpened on one side, and he just kind of like raises it up like 80s
Okay.
skate movie style.
All right.
Don't you?
And then he just kind of.
So
You can almost see that he's picturing himself on top of a mountain with like an army surrounding him, about to charge something.
So which one are we going with?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which one?
that one.
Britefall.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
Six-sided C. Right, well, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you trying to trick me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know.
Sadly, no.
No.
Does your family have lots of bananas?
Ooh, I like bananas.
Not really, but I'm sure we can find some there.
Good. Okay. Ooh, and I can train along the way.
Yes.
Be a pirate.
So which one are we doing?
Britefall.
Okay. I walk that way. So I have to, like, maybe it's the other way. I said wrong the wrong way. So I have to kind of.
Well, you have a decent survival, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even you're trained, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I was just walking away, not towards anything, just away.
Okay.
So maybe I was on the
A
wrong.
certain way.
So now I got the right way.
Okay. Okay. So there's a little village settlement about a day and a half, 2 days to the south along the southern road called Quick Rest.
Do we take a quick rest there?
So-called. Actually, go ahead to anyone who wants to determine a little bit of information about this place. You can roll history.
Do we have to train in it, or-
Who has history?
You don't have to.
I do. 17.
18. Suck it. I don't even have a bonus.
There's so many good rolls.
All right, you peeps.
Yeah.
All right, so the both of you know that it's called Quick Rest because it is a mere half day from the hills and just under a day from the Troll Crags. So people generally don't stay there very long.
Oh.
They move around. It's a bit of a nomadic settlement. People pick up and they usually stay within a mile or so of the place, but they keep moving around just so they're aware of everything that's going on around.
Okay.
And it's generally probably max residency of 40 people or so that are like permanently there ish.
Well,
I about that.
You could cut through the hills if you wanted to shave time, but the hills
To the troll crags.
are alive with the sound of music.
are, I'll read you my blurb here from the Bible. The hills of Gannok. This plain is covered in brown and black grasses ranging from 6 inches to 2 feet in height, mostly inhabited by large insects. It is also home to a curious cult/tribe that worships the land around them as if it were a dead god.
Oh. So that's probably not safe to go.
Yeah,
through
let's,
that one.
let's not do that.
We'll take the high road.
But I assume Dolan is probably familiar with the trade road. Probably.
Well, the road, yes.
Somewhat, yeah.
But we should also maybe set some rules for Moe's
Yeah.
on what
Are
he
you
should
trying-
be
are you
allowed
trying-
to do in
are you
combat.
trying to keep this out of his earshot?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. Jeez. Well, let's do stealth, but you can use whichever you like, intelligence or wisdom.
I will use wisdom. 12.
Let's see how much he's paying attention. He's a 10-year-old boy, so let's see.
Not.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, not so much.
Okay.
He's kind of practicing fencing in the air, fighting an imaginary beast.
So I think
Okay.
it would be better if he stayed back and just shot things instead of being right up on.
Right, I see where you're going. As long as he doesn't hit us.
As this party is wont to do.
Right.
So maybe you can encourage him to stay back with me, and I will help direct targets for him to shoot at.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Frame
Yeah.
it as him being the pirate captain, and you're the first mate.
Yeah.
That way he stays back, and you can push him toward which targets for us to attack.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to need a lot of crossbow bolts. I think
Okay.
he's going to lose a lot.
Mose, sir, can we speak with you?
Hold on. I'm fighting
Goblin?
Gorgamera.
You did
I
it.
heard that word once.
Yeah,
Got him. Okay.
nice.
So,
He brushes a little imaginary sweat. Well, what he intended to be imaginary sweat off his brow, but there actually is a little moisture. And he comes over. Okay. What's
alright.
that?
So
What's
Mose,
going on, guys?
as our captain,
Ooh, yeah.
we
I like
have decided that we should do most of the direct combat.
Yeah.
You stand back with me as your
I'll
first
order
mate,
you around.
and we will just shoot things.
Yeah. Wait. I want to shoot things.
Oh, no, we'll shoot things.
You and me.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll do blasty with my fingers, and
Yeah.
you will
Can you
shoot.
teach me how to do that?
Try. So, something attacks us. You stay with me.
Got it.
I mean, I stay by you.
Yeah, because you're
I'm your first mate.
my first mate.
That's why you
Right.
ride up on the wagon with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll have to find me a seat.
Yeah.
A captain's chair.
Right.
Yeah.
Look over at the pile.
Okay. So when are we going?
Soon,
Yeah?
yeah.
All right.
We did rest up the day, right?
Yes, you did.
Woohoo!
Did you try and roll your luck back?
So you are fully healed.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to try and roll my one luck back from yesterday that I used.
Alrighty.
I do not get it.
No luck with that luck.
Lots of fours, huh?
Do that way.
Well, the luck turned out well for getting a couple items.
That's true. So we go.
All right. So you head along the road.
On the road again.
So let's have you guys roll your travel checks for Pathfinder, Trailblazer, and Scout. Or I'm sorry, two of those things are the same. Pathfinder and Trailblazer.
Quartermaster.
Yeah, and Quartermaster. Thank you.
16.
12.
22.
Jeez.
12.
Okay. Acceptable. All right. So you don't make super headway, but you do get along a little bit faster thanks to a pretty straight path. You slow down a little bit just because you see some stray wolves that have kind of wanted to pick you guys off, but staying to the road helps a lot, and just firing a few warning shots at them pretty much sends them off.
You almost got him, Mose.
Yeah.
Try and teach Mose how to drive the wagon on the way there.
Okay. Why don't you roll a teaching intelligence?
16.
All right. Yeah, he seems to be getting it. He still like jumps a lot because of the when the mule kind of moves, because it is a large animal and he's a small boy, but he's getting it. Okay, so you guys make it to quick rest with no
Issues.
Yeah, issues. Thank you. So you find quick rest is basically a series of fairly large wagons kind of pulled into a circle. At the moment, they're kind of tented down so that their exterior top is much larger than the wagon itself, and have set up kind of little makeshift fences. So it's almost like they have ready-made homes that just kind of like drop out when they stop for a few nights or whatever.
So like a trailer thing, motorhome.
A little
Putting
bit.
out the pop
Well,
can.
yeah, putting out the awning and all that kind of stuff.
Take a look at their work, and I'll add that to my wagon.
And they do seem quite cobbled together. Looks like they've been built and rebuilt, dozens and dozens of times. But they do, despite that, seem very sturdy. These people have been doing this for years.
As we head up, I will offer my services to them. as a medium healer, trader, and mender.
Sure.
Oh, you're gonna betray us?
Mm-hmm.
It's earned.
Got this automaton here. Sell it to you for.
Really rather you didn't.
You just go along with it, and then you just walk away in the middle of the night.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. That would be bad.
but totally to it. I guess we could set up a grift for that one.
Yeah, but you can't really come back. It kind of ruins the town for you.
Good point.
Unless I kill everyone.
Wow.
Well, that also ruins the
Doesn't
town.
I mean, why don't we just repaint you? I'll give you a different paint job.
It's a good thing, yeah, put them in different clothes,
Yeah.
different weapons.
Alright, please.
That's why we put you in clothes.
Oh. Right, right.
Okay.
Billy Joe is there.
So let's have
Scarlet.
all of you roll perception. Just tell me who gets the highest.
No.
Oh no!
Also,
Ooh.
21.
15.
Oh, not just no. Oh no.
no. Your eye, you close your eyes. I can't see anything.
Oh no!
Just open your eyes. Oh. You got sand in your eyes, so you can't see.
So roll me the highest.
Yeah.
Just roll me an odd or even.
Good. Okay. Even.
Even. Okay. So you see a elven female sitting at a. She's sitting on a crate. Her legs are kind of crossed, almost kind of in a pretzel style, and she has her hands directly out of her. And there's a kind of board or plank of some kind. It's only maybe 3 feet, and she has a number of cups sitting on top of it. She's just kind of holding it out in front of her hands. You see her arms like shaking just a little bit. There's like 5 cups on them, and you can see
So she's
a little
balancing
bit of
it.
water. Yeah, it seems like she's just kind of holding her arms out with this board on her hands. A
Okay.
number of cups on it. She is wearing
Close.
elegant yet simple robes, and all around her are small clay pots with different kind of flowers in them. Her hair is light red, nearly pink, and it's kind of like tucked into a loose bun. You can't see what color her eyes are because her eyes are closed, but she has kind of a kind of like mocha colored skin, like very mellow brown.
Okay. All right. So say it. Hello there. Looks like you're in the middle of something, but
She kind of she shakes a little bit and starts to peek open one eye and kind of looks at you, raises her eyebrow. You know how you don't have to roll insight or anything to know that she's like she seems to be in the middle of something.
okay.
She's like almost like this better be important kind of.
Okay. I say, never mind. Good balancing.
She keeps her eye open and kind of watches you.
All right. So I guess we ride faster, or are we walking at this point?
So you guys have stopped because Dylan wanted to talk to people.
Oh, okay.
Lead the show.
What's that? So is there something something else odd that stuck out about her, or does she look familiar or anything, or?
Well, the cups look somewhat ornate.
Okay.
They have various symbols on them. It's hard to see like exactly, but they're definitely like not engraved. The opposite, embossed. I believe is the word, right?
Okay. Yeah, raised
So
out.
raised
Yeah.
out, and they're all tin, but like well kept and very clean.
Okay. So it looks like she's selling potted plants, or
Maybe
okay.
they are arranged very kind of deliberately, almost a perfect circle around it.
Yeah, I don't have any arcane or anything. Okay. Um, I'll just watch it for a little longer, see how long this goes on.
Sure. All right. See how long it does go on. She holds it for a good another 3 minutes,
Okay.
and then she finally, her arms just like are shaking too much, and the whole thing just kind of collapses, and you can see different colored liquids spill out.
Can I try to catch
Kind of-
someone
Oh,
for the
you-
ball?
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can go ahead and
All right.
roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It's a 16.
16. You're able to catch one.
Okay. Look at it. Is it just
And she, like, as that happens, she exhales very deeply,
okay?
and she just kind of like sits there with her eyes open, kind of staring at the ground, looking at how the water has fallen. I guess
Oh, oops.
she looks up at you. It's okay.
Sorry, there's some kind of divination or something.
A bit.
Oh,
Yes.
maybe I was part of it, huh? Maybe that was meant to happen.
No,
Well,
you can tell him no. It's okay.
I look at the water. Is it just colored water, or smell it?
Take a sip.
I have herbalism. I don't know.
it looks like each of the 5 cups has been. So from the plants, you can see there's various colored petals, and it looks like the petals have been kind of crushed, so that some of the pigment falls in the water. So
Okay.
almost like an unsteeped like tea, I guess,
Okay.
uncooked or whatever, like a cold tea.
Yeah.
So there's like red water in the first one. The second one is a little bit yellowish, and then there's like a black one, and the fourth one is a little bit milky, and the last one is kind of bluish.
So which one did I grab?
The red one.
The red one. Okay. What's red mean?
That's blood, life.
So long
Don't
life.
drink it.
Well,
Let's set it
Oh.
down. Yeah, me too.
it's something that we look for when we look to the sun.
And she's an elf, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I think your life is going to be much longer than mine.
Perhaps not.
So any news in town? I mean, I know you move around a bit, but
We do.
we're heading east, right?
West.
Okay. Yeah, we're heading out west. Any news on the road? Or?
Well, I had heard. I don't know if it's really true or not,
Sure, that's how things go.
but I had heard of a steel horse wandering down
Steel horse. Interesting.
Is that code for a car?
there. It is
It's an actual
not.
steel
I
horse.
assume you're nearby. No, there are some automatons that are built in non-humanoid forms.
I remember.
Yeah, you would have heard that.
Oh, nice.
Steel horse. I wonder if it's tamed. I don't know if you can do that kind of thing.
Potentially. Maybe I could hook my circuits up like that old movie Avatar.
Huh.
Not a sponsor.
James Cameron sponsored me.
skills.
Okay, so here's a question about the world.
Sure.
Do we really like? Can I make
Prestidigitation.
these references to current world stuff?
Um,
Is there the possibility that, like, yeah, Sure, you saw a DVD or like a synopsis of a book
You
or
might
something
have seen
somewhere.
you might have seen or read one or two or a handful of things about the whole world. Yeah,
Well, I assume your head is full of all sorts of stuff.
Right,
Yeah.
but yeah. You know,
there's stuff in there that
Ones and
doesn't-
zeros.
if I was
Yeah.
owned by someone rich who decided, I was sometimes he'll,
Maybe.
like stand guard or
It's
whatever
just
in his
a really
movie
older
room
horse.
while he's watching these old films.
there is
Yeah,
that
maybe.
possibility. Sure.
She said steel
Cool.
horse.
That's how I
Like,
want
put steel on a horse.
Yeah,
a
bargain.
reference
Heavy.
machine.
Yeah, you can order horses.
I suppose.
So I'll make these, and it doesn't faze me when people don't understand what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Like, oh, you haven't seen it?
Also-
Okay.
The non-spilled blood could represent undeath.
Undeath?
Maybe.
Well, that's not
Undying?
helpful. Okay. I suppose, but that's not helpful.
She does
I wanna
dusts
think about
herself
that.
off a little bit.
Look what you did.
I didn't do it.
You
You
created a
definitely
lid.
did.
Picks the cups up and kind of she carefully lays the board back down, then picks up the remaining cups and just kind of puts them back in their places.
Yeah.
She doesn't do anything about the spill or anything. She kind of leaves that be. She says, I'm very sorry. My name is Sonalyn.
Sonali?
Sonalyn.
Sonalyn. Oh. I'm Scofa.
Well met.
Yes, nice to meet you. So are you a seer then?
Oh no,
Medium?
no. I'm not so blessed. But I do look to the sun for
Like,
internal peace
Hmm.
and a way to exercise any ills that would befall me.
Okay.
It's more of a practice in body and mind together.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
One of you.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Well, that's good. How's it work for you?
It is slow,
Oh.
but I am finding my way, I believe. I hope one day to go to Obelisk.
Obelisk. Have I heard of that?
Oh, everyone's heard of Obelisk.
Okay.
is there a big stone obelisk thing?
That sounds kind of familiar. It was in here,
Yeah,
right?
you
So-
go up the path to it, if I remember correctly.
Obelisk is
Not everybody comes back.
probably just under 2 weeks northeast of Omoa, through a place called the High Plains,
Hmm.
which people tend to avoid because gravity gets wonky there. But those who are committed can go. Obelisk is a series of tall hexagonal towers of obsidian volcanic rock of varying heights, ranging from 50 to several hundred feet, connected by steel plates and chain bridges. It is a desolate but well-protected group of settlers that have taken up residence there, coming from all manner of species and backgrounds. Strange guardians float from place to place, silent and enigmatic peacekeepers. In the center of the tallest of these places stands the Eclipse Spire, which she mentions. It is known as a twisted and dark monument surrounded by jagged and uneven stairs. And rumors say that though they risk their sanity, those that climb to the top of the spire receive strange gifts from beyond the stars.
Yes. Okay. Plan to go by yourself?
I believe it's a personal journey. I wouldn't want to risk anyone else's life.
Huh. It's,
But I feel that's a ways off. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm not ready yet.
Hmm.
But I feel the pull of the sun's rays that way.
interesting. Yeah, it's definitely somewhere I'd like to go. Sounds, I don't know.
Well, Mose, do you want to go there?
No, let's not go there now.
Can I be a pirate there?
Probably not
no.
at this time.
No pirates, no water.
What's? Never mind.
But maybe I'll be back through sometime before you leave. If you wouldn't mind some company. I'd definitely like to go there.
Well, for the moment, I travel with the shadows in the circle of the sun and hope for inspiration.
Yeah, and we all. Well, I'll keep an eye on the sun.
While we're here, just keep
Only one eye.
I said one eye.
I know.
Keep an eye on those.
Okay.
But then how you spot danger?
Well, I don't know. It happened.
At the
Smell it.
moment, Moses sitting on the back of the cart, reaching into a bag, throwing up pieces of fruit and trying to hit them with his sword.
Yeah,
I'll walk over and
it's better than
grab
shooting
the
at them.
pieces for him. He has an easier time.
All right. Well, I come back to the group.
Can you stop wasting food?
Oh, I use rocks instead.
They don't squish. All right. They do make a tink sound. That's nice. I like that.
It's a good tink. Yeah.
What?
So I assume we just need stop for supplies and keep moving, or
I figured we'd
do we want to rest?
stay
Here?
for the day. I can do a reading in the morning
Okay.
What time is it?
for him.
Let's see. You guys traveled for
From the dude to
it was honestly you made a little bit of extra time, so it took like 2 days.
Oh.
2 quick rest.
so it's what time of day?
So
Sun
say
going up, going down.
well, it's like 7 in the morning.
Oh, we got there at 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. No, that doesn't make sense.
No, 7 p.m.
So let's say 4 p.m.
Yeah, I think that's a good secure stopping point. So I'll set up. Even get ready for a little magic show.
Okay.
So if you have anything you'd like to add into a little show, a little juggling,
I can do fake magic.
fake magic is good.
I got my guitar, for
Whoa.
which I am named.
I've... Perhaps we should practice on the road a little more before we introduce you.
What are you
that-
trying to say?
Maybe one day I'll get real magic.
Saying you have
Maybe
potential.
fake. That'd be
That's not
great,
what you're
huh?
saying.
Could
No,
be.
I'm saying you have potential. I think you have potential.
I love Timos. You think he's screwing with me?
No, seems
Are you
fickle.
trying to trick him?
I don't
No.
know.
He has potential.
I don't
I
think
mean, open a door for the guy.
so. Sora, was there anything you wanted to do on your own while you're here?
Well, I am going to walk around and see if anyone has any information about the local terrain that I can add to my map.
Okay. Local terrain.
There's terrain, and it's local.
Or any rumors of any stashes or bunkers around that could be raided for possible artifacts.
Sure.
I do put out the sign that says that I'm a medium.
Okay. You have a little sign that says me.
Mhm.
Right on.
Mose tags it so it says rare. Medium rare. He doesn't know. Here's a joke that didn't mind. So he's super into it.
Here we go. So, for anyone who is interested, what I'm looking at here is my stack of NPC cards, which in preparation for this game, I made 100. However, I couldn't organize them a little bit better. Okay, there's Blue's husband.
Were you looking for him
I was earlier, yeah.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Pardon for a moment.
Yeah. So did we come up with some kind of show along the way that we've practiced? I think I tried to do something last time and failed.
Yeah, what did you try and
I did find this newfound ability. I can jump pretty amazingly high. I don't know if that's it can be
What
useful.
what about when you fall down? Does that are you good at the falling down part?
I don't know.
'Cause
Last time I landed on a beetle.
Oh.
We still have the beetle? I don't think so.
I'm sure one of you could find one.
I could jump on top of the cart, I guess. It'll
Well, what if
flip.
you're like Evil Knievel and you jump over it?
What?
Who?
Oh. What if you just jumped over it?
Evil Knievel, is that some kind of lich?
No, he was just a guy.
Wait, can you jump through like flaming rings of fire and?
Why do you take the
I
name
suppose
Evil?
so. Yeah. Do we have
I think it was
rings of fire?
I don't know. We could just set something on fire and have you jump through it.
Name their child
Yeah, it
Evil.
sounds a little
Named
dangerous.
him Knievel. It's got evil in it. You know what they say about people with the name Evil in it?
The
Mm-mm.
evil?
Obvious plot villain.
They get made fun of.
So Sora, you're kind of like wandering through the camp, and you catch eyes on a goblin.
Ooh, why is he catching eyes? Who's throwing eyes?
This goblin is about 3 feet tall. Difficult to tell their gender. They wear clothing that seems like an imitation of a scholar's. Kind of a big puffy shirt and loose baggy pants. There is a newsboy hat that is
nice.
too large, sitting on its head.
I want the hat.
It has long, shaggy hair and random red feathers sticking out of from under the hat. Their eyes are orange gold, and instead of a mouth, they have a red-black beak with a small, somewhat pointed nose just above it. So the beak itself doesn't have nostrils.
Huh.
They do have a nose.
That's disturbing. This sounds awful.
And they seem to be
Wanting us to put it out of its misery.
trailing behind a young man who appears to be in his early 20s, maybe, with messy light brown hair and this gentleman seems to be wearing more scholarly clothes, better fitting, but like the same style that the goblin is wearing. And the goblin is kind of struggling with a large pack tied with there's scrolls kind of like all over it, little bottles clinking around, and
I think you've got to run
ahead
for
of
the money.
him in his whole, which takes up like most of his kind of shuffling gait, is a small stool, wooden stool with three legs.
Hey, this guy looks entertaining. Maybe he'll put on a show.
He's kind of mumbling to himself as he walks. I wish the master was coming out a little bit. It's a little bit hard. I'm getting tired. But I must keep up with the master. I must keep up with him, and so I can please him and learn more. Yes, I must learn. I must learn more.
I say.
Say, hail there.
Do we hear that?
Well, Soro's the kind of keeping eyes on him, so that they heard him.
Okay.
He kind of turns around for a moment, looks up at you. Oh, look! What it is? What is this? What is this? What? I must keep up with the master. Oh, but I think I can ask. The master will be pleased. What are you?
I am a traveler,
Ooh, a traveler. Yes, of course, one who travels.
adventurer.
What?
Yes.
But what? I mean,
Seeker of knowledge.
You're not goblin. You're not human. You're not elf. You're not Rakini. You're not Cambion. You're not Giant King. What are you?
Dragonborn.
Ooh, yes. We have not seen one of you. Very long time.
Curious. I'll speak to it in Draconic.
Yes, it speaks back to you.
Oh, you speak my language.
Yes. The master is teaching. Taught me many languages. Yes.
Excellent. My name is Sora. What is your name?
Oh, Mortimer P. Candlesticks.
Nice to meet you, Mortimer.
Why is he peeing on his candlesticks?
What? Oh, I must get back to master though. Perhaps I can. Are you staying here?
For the night.
Ooh. Would I be able to do your portrait?
Yes.
Yes, I will find you.
Excellent.
Trap.
And he so now his master is several, almost 100 feet away now, and he kind of like scrambles to catch up with him.
All right.
What is that? What did that goblin want with you?
Talk. Do my portrait later.
Well, he's gonna steal your soul.
I don't understand. How do goblins steal souls?
The portrait.
That doesn't make sense.
The portrait's he's gonna trap your soul in the portrait.
Demons steal souls. Devils steal souls. Goblins. I mean, unless there's some diablerie and diabolical magic.
Just be careful.
I think you don't like goblins.
I don't like pictures.
I mean, you are kind of ugly, so I wouldn't like them
Exactly.
either.
Why are you so mean?
Swear. Wait, okay. Here. What is that? No, it can't be. It can't be a tear. That doesn't happen.
The light's dim in my face.
All right. So are you guys putting together like a routine or?
Sure. Yeah, we can practice something, I guess.
Okay. What's
Jump through fire.
what's the intent? What are components of the team?
Figure I will start with my magic one. It's already well established and practiced.
Sure. With the disappearing and reappearing pig.
Disappearing, reappearing pig, the lights going,
Sure.
using thaumaturgy, using even do a little mending where I break a stick and look under the thing and redo
Sure.
it whole.
Sure.
Do you leave your stuff behind while not you? Do you leave your stuff behind while you do this trick? You go up there with him, whatever you're doing.
Oh, when I'm acting? Yeah.
So, Sora, what do you tend to do? In
Well-
the performance?
My character has skill in sleight of hand, so I'm assuming some form of prestidigitation, maybe producing small objects from out of seemingly nowhere,
But
and perhaps aiding this one by pulling out something to light the hoop on fire through which it will jump.
Okay. All right.
Maybe? Are you gonna jump through a flaming hoop?
Sure, why not?
Yes!
All right. So we're gonna do. You'll start off with some opening music. No. You're,
I'm disheartened.
Fender's a little bit shy.
I'm disheartened.
Oh, disheartened. Doesn't you don't feel
No one told me not to do it anymore.
you don't feel the music in your soul.
I'm sorry, I just remember the 4 the last time you played. That's all I've heard you play.
Don't worry, they're not gonna look at you, they're only gonna listen to you. So it doesn't matter if you're ugly.
I'm still dark.
His eye lights have dimmed a little bit.
We play some goth music.
No response.
Okay. You do get oohs and ahs though, because whether or not they know that you're sentient, that you're traveling with this group is a little bit interesting. So a few more people do show up just because of you.
The depressed robot. The slow self-esteem, depressed, existential.
All right, so you open with some magic tricks with the pig,
Yes.
and then some sleight of hand card tricks, ribbons or whatever, and then you're gonna kind of culminate with a jump through fire. Is that
Sure.
the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could try to do a backflip through it.
Really? Okay, you're gonna have enough trouble. Why do you do this?
Okay.
Why not?
So Delwyn,
I mean, I can warm up to it.
This is every
because this is your kind of standard routine, you can roll your performance with advantage.
19.
19. All right. So then we do go to Sora's part, the sleight of hand,
You're like nice team.
passing. Like
17.
still, that's impressive too. You get some oohs and ahs, and like,
But the ball was under that cup. How did that happen?
and then you pull out. Let's say you have like a ribbon that you have like doused with oil, and you're just kind of like twirling it, and then you're gonna jump through the fire.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll acrobatics.
All right. Well, so I'll get up on top of the cart and I'll just jump through it that way.
Okay.
Turn the
Just
flames.
kind of leap through.
Yeah.
Purple.
You're not trying to do fancy or anything.
Well, I'll use my step of the wind and just kind of like push out for the air and then try
So you're
to.
gonna do a little extra oomph,
Yeah.
but you don't want to do like any flips or anything.
No, I'll try to do a flip.
Okay. I'm just trying to determine whether or not you're gonna be using athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, yeah. Well,
If you make it super simple and just like I'm going through the hoop,
yeah,
it'll be
no.
athletics. But if you want to make it look good, it's going to be acrobatic.
Yeah, it's got to be acrobatic.
Okay.
Are you trained in acrobatics?
I am.
Okay.
I changed the color of the flame.
I'm better at athletics, but that's fine.
Okay. So let's see what happens.
Okay. I think I'm going to use my inspiration on this. Just because I wanted to I want to impress myself.
Right? That's right. You're trying to build up your self-esteem.
Yeah. I mean, with this newfound energy, I feel almost like myself again.
Okay.
So there's a... there's like
20.
Heck yeah. All right.
Nice.
Natural 20. Gee, how many
Awesome.
times have I rolled a 20? Somebody should be keeping track. So natural 20. That's a 20.
Fingers crossed. Eventually, we'll have like a kick in the door stats.
Right. 22 then.
22. Yeah. So you kick off and you kind of do like a half twist in the air, and then like a double backflip.
Gamer.
You pass through like with like kind of like with a bent back and your arms up. You land on one foot and then do like a somersault or like a cartwheel.
Yeah.
Cartwheel's the right one. And then you just kind of like land with a whatever like battle stance.
Okay.
And the crowd just goes nuts.
Yeah. At the end, I'll throw in some flurry of blows.
So good. Yeah, pretty much all like not the entirety, but like 80% of the people who are like in the camp have like come to see this show now.
Okay.
And they're going crazy.
They're just throwing gold left and right. Take our children. Here,
They are actually a few silver pieces being thrown around.
Nice.
Woohoo!
Hey, magic silver pieces.
There are after the show, after the cleanup, you find 15 silver pieces.
Nice.
I'll put it with the party treasure.
Sure.
Now I set up shop to do mending and all that, and I just trade for food and other
Sure. Yeah,
stuff to throw in my cart.
Okay. We'll go ahead and roll me just intelligence again.
6.
6. You lose a little bit in the deal this time, but you get enough food for a couple days to travel. Say four more days.
Nice. So I'm going to invite people to, if they want to join me in the morning, I can show them some movements and things.
Sure.
A little meditation, and then also...
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion with advantage.
Okay. It is 11.
Okay. You get 2 people.
Yeah.
And you see, Sonalyn. She she doesn't like kind of actively like join your demonstration, but she's like around. She seems to be watching.
Why would she join? That'd be weird.
You mean in the morning, or
Hmm?
you mean when I like try to teach people?
Yeah.
Oh, the performance.
Yeah.
Why would she join in?
Cool. All right.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to wave her over at that point. So it's like, but I was thinking doing it in the morning, but.
You mean the next morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured probably.
So when we get there.
Okay. Yeah, no, you kind of like finish your whatever, like, I don't know, half-hour mini training session. You find a middle-aged kind of dwarven man. Breaking my own rules. Danig man.
Okay.
Kind of, he seemed like really interested in it. He looks like a worker, like a farmer, someone like really. He has like dirty hands and like his beard is cut short. Very kind of like dusky, weathered skin. This guy, he's probably worked every single hour of his life, but he seems really into it. And then there's like a teenager, probably 16, human kid, who's like kind of shaved his body. Looks like he's trying to be an adventurer, maybe.
Right.
Like he's got that kind of like a little bit of a bravado and confidence. So like when he naturally like misses one of your things and like falls or whatever, he gets up like really quick, and he seems really into it as well.
Okay. So I'll start off with like some Tai Chi kind of moving meditation, and then get into some stretching, and then yeah, and then try to get them. I'll like help them like do like back foot whatnot, like with my hands, or like I get down and they can roll over me.
Do you consult your journal when you do this?
Yeah. No, I definitely want to throw in some like words of wisdom and try to get something in there to better their lives.
Sure. Okay.
Like look them over and see if there's like with the kid, like try to get him to be more balanced, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, he definitely seems like, just from the impression of working with him, he definitely seems like a kid who like maybe would run into danger before thinking about it.
Okay. So yeah, I'll try to read both of them, and by the end, come up with some saying to like help them along their way.
The biggest impression that you get off the Danig, whose name was Pills. The biggest impression you get out of him is that he takes he doesn't put just one foot in anything he does.
Okay.
And while that is commendable, maybe you get the feeling that he doesn't take his like breaks. Like he definitely is gonna have a shorter life if he doesn't slow down.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely let him know that.
Sure.
Try to word it in a good way.
Okay.
I'd say yeah, take some mornings to like just sit and look at nature or something.
All right.
What kind of work do you do?
Oh, I build.
You build?
Yeah, carpentry, stonework,
Yeah. Well, then just
digging.
take some time to look at the trees before you cut them down. Try to like really study them.
Okay.
Maybe you'll find something.
All right. Yeah.
Be one with nature.
That sounds good. Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry, you're
Fender.
yes. Nice to meet you, Thunder.
You as well.
It's, you're traveling with him?
Yes.
Mm.
Despite him throwing a dart at me one time.
I was by accident.
Well, accidents happen.
Yeah.
They
see?
do.
They do have.
At least he's not mean to me. I point over at Sora.
And he threw the dart at you.
Well,
That one's mean.
you've got to.
So it's his turn to hit.
Excuse me, I don't get to make this joke often. You've got a thick hide. It gives you kind of a light tap.
Ting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't. Is it? Do you?
Oh, if you like, it's donation.
He gives you a gold.
Okay. Oh wow! Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope I gave you
And
something.
use your change.
Yeah. I hope I gave you something in return that'll be as valuable.
Thanks. Are you going to be back?
I'm sure I'll be back through here at some point. Yeah. We're headed to Britefall, so
Oh.
it might be a while.
I look forward to seeing you again.
Of course, Pills. Yeah?
Yes.
Good to see you. Yeah, I'll be good to follow up and see how you do with that.
Think about nature.
Yeah, just take some time with the trees.
All right.
Maybe you'll find something there.
Climb.
Um,
It kind of wanders off.
all right.
Okay. Well, that's your
Getting closer.
prerogative.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna
Sure.
kind of screen wipe, and
Yeah.
Mortimer has kind of approached you where you kind of bed down. Actually, like you see him kind of standing over you as you wake up.
Who?
Good morning, Mortimer.
Mortimer peeped candlesticks, the goblin.
Over all of us?
Over Sora.
Oh, okay.
I imagine you guys are just kind of bedded down around the cart or something like that.
I usually sleep in.
I'm standing.
Okay.
Because that's how I am.
Plenty of room inside if
Kind of
anybody
power
wants to be
down
inside.
a little bit. The master would like to move on, so if you don't mind, we could do the portrait.
After I just woke up? Well,
Oh, yes, quite natural.
okay. Why not?
Yes. And you see he has a little bit like on the pack. You see it's been put down, and he pulls out like an easel and he starts to set it up. Pulls out a kind of little scroll paper and he struggles with like pulling it really tight, and then he like puts these like kind of weird spring clips on it, and then he's like, okay, right. And he gets out some charcoal sticks that he has rolled up in like a little leather pouch.
Did you move away to do this, or is it right where?
No, he's doing it like right where you guys are bedded down.
When he's getting the easel out, I say to Sora, "Watch your soul."
Sora shakes their head and just looks at you and goes, "Yeah, okay."
So from the from where you're like kind of pacing around, like a little bit edgy. I don't know. Do you really believe that he's gonna? Is there some kind of magic to that, or you just
No.
it's something you heard and so you're repeating it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of pacing around and you see that it's not as what's the word cohesive as a portrait. He seems to be doing it like a medical diagram. There's just like pieces. It looks like that he focuses like a lot of detail on your arm where one of your fins comes out, and the pattern of the scale is very detailed. And then he gets kind of like a shot of your face, although it's like kind of only half of it, and it's like kind of shaded out. And then he gets kind of a silhouette of your like general form, and he seems to be like very interested in your anatomy.
Interesting. Yeah, it seems very technical.
Yes, very important to be detailed. Ah!
Yeah. Huh. So, do you have any information about anything around here? Like maybe some ruins or...
Oh. Well, yes, I believe.
Maybe a little...
Just
Oh.
well, of course the Sifter's Folly ruins are not too far.
Right. Anything in between here and there?
Between here and there. I believe there was a sighting of Ohm.
Sighting with home. Right.
Oh.
Sounds
Yes.
interesting.
The Ohm are basically gray aliens.
By OMG.
OHM. They are named after the Hindu word for the creation of everything. Their language is entirely based on musical notes.
Very
Formerly
interesting.
had a musician. I was a magician. Musician in the word.
And actually, the most famous of scholars / lore keepers is an Ohm called the Grey Bard, who's no one people have claimed to have met, but nothing has ever been verified. Supposedly, the Grey Bard like leaves little bits of information about the world past, and for people to find.
That's where I get my references from.
Possibly.
Sightings of the Ohm, you say? Very interesting.
Yes. Is that fair trade?
Oh, yes.
Good.
Yes.
Then we shall shake.
Okay, yes.
Yes. He thanks you, and does a few last touches on it, and then rolls it up. He does it over a period of like maybe 45 minutes,
Okay.
an hour.
All right. During that 45 minutes to an hour, I guess I'll also discuss the local terrain, get a feel for what details may be missing from my map.
Okay. How many makes pretty detailed maps.
Yeah.
But her days of scouting are a little bit like she's kind of settled in Amoa.
Yeah.
And she's kind of content to kind of pass it along to someone else now. But yeah, he doesn't have too much interest other than that to tell you.
Okay.
Yes, the master would be very pleased. Thank you.
All right.
He kind of rolls it up, packs it up really quickly, and then kind of scuffles off.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, indeed. Sora, yes.
Yes, Mortimer.
Rah!
Bye.
Mose is loudly snoring, partially covered by some sacks of food, and kind of like curled up in the corner of the cart.
Is it cute?
I mean, he's an annoying little 10-year-old boy. Then it can be taken either way.
It's still very good.
So our food gonna smell like 10-year-old child now?
It's
Ugh. All right.
entirely possible.
Unwashed children smell.
I don't shower.
Do you have prestidigitation?
That's right.
There was a discussion about soap before, wasn't
Yeah.
Yes.
there?
Surrounded by unclean.
Hmm. Yeah,
Pre-dawn, I do.
you have a near instinctual need to clean yourself.
Pre-dawn, I do my calisthenics and my reading.
Sure, yeah. So you were when this portrait was being made, you're already kind of out doing your stretches and stuff.
And your luck. Roll. Eric.
See if I get my luck back.
Yeah.
Don't get my luck back.
What do we roll with normal plus?
To retrieve luck, yeah, just a single d20.
And I got a 16. Is that good enough?
Is it straight die or with bonus?
With bonus. Oh, just straight die is 14.
Just straight die.
Okay.
Yeah, you get one luck point back.
Okay. Yay.
I feel lucky. And for insight.
Sure. Oh, you don't have to roll because I believe I cleared you for like
Oh yeah.
several days.
What's
I don't know if you
bonus?
have the notes, but yeah, I'm gonna have to
Okay.
rely on you at least for that.
Okay. I think we were worried that it was changing a lot, but
Oh, although I told you a specific area, didn't I?
Yeah, it is part of my morning ritual, so I kind of
Okay.
do that as part
Sure.
of my
Yeah, go for it.
greet the day. Ooh, 22.
Nice.
Noise.
Okay. I need a printed version of this thing. Just
Yeah.
should do that.
Should have been.
If the printer will work, it'll be great.
That would be cool.
22, you say? Okay. So
Last was 9 days exact. Mist will appear half mile south.
and that was when you were in Amoa, right? So
Yes. But we've done a few days traveling, so it's time to do another one.
Yeah.
2 days.
Ooh.
I think plus some time to get to Allum
Okay.
Bone Grinder.
Oh, that's right. Did you have some meat for dinner?
Much. Pork belly and ribs.
That's what it is.
Okay. All right. So you have a super strong feeling that the leaf is going to appear in this exact area tomorrow.
So those people get
It's going to last for 9 hours. And you know, three hours after sunrise, that's what it's going to be.
That's pretty exact.
All right, I will try to finish my greeting in the morning. I will go find. Is anybody in this camp permanent?
Yes. So you're looking for like some kind of de facto leader or something?
Yeah, someone that's always in the camp. I don't know. Do they have a board where it can be posted?
Not as such, no.
Well, that's not a bad idea. Just have a little bulletin board where mediums can put up their mispredictions.
Yeah, but then that implies that days don't go by. You wrote that down a year ago. Someone looks at it, oh, cool, I'm safe.
No, you put down the date.
Who knows the date? Do we all know the date? The exact date?
well, you probably did.
Jeez. I mean, you don't consciously know, but you probably
Well, me,
have a
yeah.
feeling about it.
Yeah.
But what about everyone else?
Do we keep like a calendar of some sort?
That would be. I mean, that would be up to you. It would probably be help. Yeah.
I mean, like in general, is there like
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, there's got to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for just if for nothing else than like tracking the growth
seasons?
of crops and stuff like that.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
Fine.
So there
Yeah,
is a human who appears to be the leader. He is a young man, mid-20s, square jaw, thickly built, light brown eyes, close-cut brown hair. he's a pretty big boy. He's like I'm sorry, 6'5", pretty broadly built, like a picture like a shoot, no.
Quarterback.
Yeah,
That's about
like,
right.
like a quarterback. He keeps his like facial hair like closely cut. He watches around things very carefully. You are told by a passerby that that's Graham Winterseed.
Mr. Winterseed.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I am medium, and
Oh, good. You have news.
yes,
Well, let's have it.
tomorrow, after dawn, 3 hours after dawn, and 9-hour duration. Exactly here.
Well, we should get packed up right away then. All right.
If you could pass that around, we're
Of course, yes. I'll
pulling up stakes.
disseminate that information. You don't require any compensation, do you?
No.
Good to hear. Well, on behalf of this camp, I thank you. I guess I should be about it then.
Safe travels.
Yes, thank you.
Do they have
You can hear him kind of muttering as he angrily. He even actually kind of kicks the dirt a little bit as he walks away.
just finished digging out the poop hole? Don't leave it.
Okay. So, anyone else have anything to do before you leave?
I want to look around and see if I can find any signal whistles. Thinking it might be good for the kid, although I don't want to give it to him right away, but at some point it might be good for him to have.
Oh, you can roll up.
Okay. Is that a heck yeah? It is a heck yeah. Another natural 20.
Damn.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. Can
I?
Isn't there something about banking it to raise your luck or something? I don't know.
Well, let's take a look. There, I remember something about that. Maybe.
I don't think I have that. Really. I'm beginning to suspect this die. It's the same one.
You want to trade?
No.
Okay, yeah. So you may, after rolling a natural 20, attempt to bank that lucky roll and turn it into luck. You
Okay.
roll again with no modifier. If you get 11 plus, you can you negate the effect of your natural 20 and raise your luck score by 1.
Your whole luck score? Or the amount that you have? Because that'd be crazy. Cool.
It's like a temporary luck point.
Okay. All right. Well, sure. Let's see what happens. That is another natural 20.
Wow.
I think I should
So
stop
natural
using
20
this
is rolled
die.
again.
Yeah.
You raise your luck again. You raise your luck without negating the original 20.
Okay.
So you get
So
So you do find a really awesome signal whistle.
okay. Do I find
Bards.
more than one?
You actually found him a fidget spinner whistle that keeps him occupied.
Nice.
Yeah, that might be a little buff with the extra luck, but just hold it for now.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, let's just call it a temporary luck point for now.
Sure. That makes sense. All right. So I got a signal whistle.
So can you roll that die over here real quick?
No.
Sora wants to go find some extra arrows and crossbow bolts.
Yeah, those are common enough that you wouldn't have to roll for that.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you can just buy them.
Alright.
You want to pick up a few for Moe's?
Yes, Mose
Wow.
now has 20 crossbow
Okay.
bolts.
How's it going over there?
Almost everything's above 10.
Any 13s though?
No, not 13s. There's a few that are below. There's an oh no. Okay. I think it's okay.
It only knows when it's a real
No
one.
more natural 20s.
Okay.
No, that one does it enough.
Okay. So you guys kind of grab some more supplies and continue on your way.
Yes.
Hold them away.
Okay. So let's have those travel rolls again.
Can I borrow your diary? 17.
22 again.
Nice.
25.
Jeez. All right. So you somehow managed to shave a whole day off the travel.
Woohoo!
We're just hitting the bumps just right.
So you make it to Sifter's Folly in just over 2 days.
Okay.
You think normally it would have taken 3.5 or so?
What time of day?
Let's see. 2 p.m.
In the meantime, why don't you play for us at night?
Sure.
Perhaps you can start doing the kind of accompaniment as we perform. You do the soundtrack for it.
I guess.
So go ahead and roll your musical instrument skill. But you're a folk hero, so I believe you're
I
trained
do.
with one instrument.
It's a 19 on the die.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Do you have a charisma bonus?
+1.
+1, and then you get proficiency bonus.
+3.
All right. So that if I remember my adding correctly, that's a 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you lay down a pretty sweet lick.
Put a tear to my eye.
Play Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Sure.
Play the bass line on the guitar.
The bass line on the guitar. It sounds a little.
Sounds
somehow
beautiful.
you work it.
It's got most of the same strings.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You got to remember that.
Yeah, I won't.
Wait, you're a robot.
Lightning only strikes the same spot once.
It
well,
doesn't make
actually-
sense when he speaks. I think he may have hit his head too hard.
Maybe you
Alright, I mean-
shot me in the back too hard.
Yeah, I mean that thing was still lodged in there.
They put up lightning rods just so it keeps striking that instead of
Oh.
random buildings.
It's true.
Well, I'm not the biggest fan of electricity, so let's not talk about it.
Okay.
This analogy got away from me.
Okay. So Sifter's Folly is a very much kind of frontier town. There are 4 permanent buildings, and it lies on the southern side of the Shimmer Lake.
Oh,
So,
right there.
so named because it connects to a river that goes across the Everreach Mountains from Britefall directly to the coast.
Excellent.
Isn't there a magic item that's like a boat that like starts as like something in your hand or something like that?
Folding
There is
boat.
a classic magic item called the folding boat. Yes.
Is it like a big boat or is it just like a canoe-sized boat?
It's I think it's at least galleon size, right?
There might be different types. I don't know.
Yeah, there might be different types. I feel like it was like an eight oar sized
Like a long
long
Viking
boat,
longboat
maybe.
or something.
Something like that. Fairly big boat, yeah.
Big enough for all of us.
Smallest side admiral in a campaign ages ago. Most of us are pretty old. I threw it in the air, used it as a weapon. I activated it and like dropped it on enemies.
Nice.
Are there any doors nearby?
Doors.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. There's an inn. There's a tavern. There's a general store, and there's probably a warehouse.
I want to go to the tavern.
Okay.
I lightly kick in the door.
Dun dun dun. Title page. There we go.
Hey,
Right. So yeah, the tavern is called the Stone Toad.
I get a drink.
Okay. You step into the tavern. It's middle of the day, so there's not a ton of people in there. Most of them are down at the lake fishing, or as the name of the town, trying to sift for minerals that have come down the river from the mountains. Not a lot of luck going on there. Stoning the town, but for some reason people keep trying.
There's gold in the name.
More fish come out of the lake than minerals. Anyway, the stone toad is run by
The stone toad, damnedest thing.
a man named
Toad's
Daladon Whiteeye.
Can I take a wild guess? He's got blue eyes, right?
So I need backtrack.
No, but he's
from-
blind.
How many days did it take to get here?
2.
I need 2 more luck rolls to try and get my luck back.
Yeah, sure.
Suck back.
Nope. Yes, got one.
Okay, there you go.
Do I keep my temporary luck, or does it run out after a day?
Once you spend it, it's gone.
No, I mean I have the.
It's like a temporary hit point.
Yeah, I didn't spend it.
Okay, but like it's a luck you can spend.
Okay.
Once you spend it, it's
but
gone.
once you
Doesn't
spend it,
have
it won't regenerate like
Right.
normal luck. Yeah,
Okay.
or it doesn't have the potential to regenerate. Hello there. Welcome. Come in. I can't see you, but please enter. Have a drink. Have some food.
Yeah.
Fish stew is a specialty here.
Ish,
I'll take a drink.
Yes. Oh, what would you like? You have a kind of rasp to your voice that sounds different. Are you hoarse? Part
Yeah.
horse, perhaps?
No, not horse. Just thirsty. Do you have?
I'm
Yeah,
interested
I
to
just
see.
got them. Can I drink those?
I'm interested to
I
see
said I
that.
had to drink those.
You can drink, but like it just sits in like a compartment in your chest until you empty
Okay.
it. Um,
Get some.
Does the alcohol absorb into the?
So if we were to administer a healing potion, that's how we would do it. It's through the mouth hole.
Yeah.
Your imbibing hole.
Yes.
so Daladon has kind of long, wavy, grayish hair. Is a kind of salt and pepper beard. More at this point, more salt, because he looks to be probably in his early 70s. Fit for the most part. He has like a kind of walking stick that he keeps kind of leaned against the other side of the bar, and you see like when he speaks, he moves his hands a lot. And even if you're trained in Arcana, you can go ahead and roll.
Yeah. 7.
Not so much.
11.
Oh, that escapes both of you. You do see though he wears blue robes, and around his neck he wears an amulet of 6 almond-shaped blue gems arranged in a circle. One appears to be the same.
Is it in his eye?
And he has very like straight posture. I mean, again, very fit for the day. Yes. Well, what would you like to drink?
Whiskey.
Whiskey. I believe I have some whiskey. Let me just find it. He starts kind of tapping on one. Whiskey, yes, right here. And he kind of serves you up in a kind of long tin mug.
What'll it be?
Oh, standard silver piece, I guess.
Okay.
5 copper or
5 copper it is.
whiskey. Anyone else? A couple of people come in. Now you can tell.
Yeah.
Please have a seat.
Sure.
I've just recently polished the stools, so they're free of splinters.
You have any rice wine?
Rice wine. I don't.
No.
Give me a second. Rice wine.
Or vodka?
Vodka, of course, yes.
Okay.
There was just some gentlemen come back and forth with potatoes. Make it out of that.
I still have a couple of
So I said 5 copper, but I left a silver.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, with his like cataract white blind eyes, he actually like winks at you as he kind of scoops it up.
Yeah, whiskey, or not whiskey, vodka
Ah, of course, yes.
on the rocks, I guess. You have any
Right.
milk?
Milk.
Yeah,
Milk and rocks.
sure.
All right. I
Not
can do that.
actual rocks.
Yeah, there's some
Oh,
rocks outside.
Ice. You have ice?
No.
Okay, well, never mind that.
I'll go grab you some rocks if this is what you want.
Yeah.
Mose, go grab some rocks for Scofi's drink.
Okay.
Don't
He
tell him
runs
to-
off.
Don't think you should be running about alone.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna go.
There's rocks right outside the door.
And you, young.
I would like some mead and some fungus cheese.
Fungus cheese.
Myconid cheese, if you have any.
Do you have any Fermunda cheese?
Maybe. No. Go ahead and roll up.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Did you guys get it?
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
I just got a shipment.
Excellent.
Did you want to try and bank that? I'm gonna risk it.
Nah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Something sweet, please. And potato gentleman. Was that Bertrand and Arnold?
Yes, they were. I believe that was the duo.
What
The
about?
potatoes are quite nice. They
Uh,
make pretty a sweeter vodka, but yes.
We rescued them on the road about a week back.
Yeah,
That's
They lost their
wonderful.
wagon, unfortunately.
Oh,
Trolls
That's unfortunate.
and their horse.
Oh.
they were holding out us. I didn't know they made vodka. I'll have to try some.
No, they don't make the vodka.
No,
He
made
makes the vodka.
Oh, you
No, I
make
made it from their potatoes.
They grow the potatoes.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Still, the
Maybe
potatoes are
you've
good.
had too
so-
much already.
What?
So yeah, he
I'm still keeping an eye on Mose out here.
sure.
I'm
I'll
just in the
watch him.
doorway.
Yeah, no, he's just kind of like he seems very particular about which rocks he picks up too.
3 will do.
All right.
We'll get more later.
So yeah, he slides you. It's basically the same mug,
Okay.
kind of long steel tin mug.
Okay.
It's kind of slides. It's just not as filled up as high as the whiskey was.
Okay.
It's like I don't know, 2 fingers.
Do you have milk?
I have goat milk.
Sure. Let's try it.
All right. So he taps a few times, reaches under the bar, brings out a kind of clay mug. Takes his time, like really struggling with the stopper, and then he kind of pours a little bit in. It's kind of thick. It looks like it might be a couple days old.
Okay. It's fine.
Well, there's the Fermunda cheese.
Come under the bar.
Oh, and you were looking for something sweet, yes?
Yes.
I do have some honey bread. Would you like some honey bread?
Oh, yes.
Right.
And is your mead sweet or dry?
It's sweet.
I would take that as well.
Some honey bread and some meat. Of course. Have to have it. Meat is on this side. Yes. All right. Okay. Here you go. Same again. Same mug. Although yours is like a full 4.
It's racist.
Where do you get the honey from?
Bees, of course.
Is there a beekeeper here?
Well, not here. But we rely on Moa for our honey.
Oh. All right.
I've seen some pretty big bees in my time. I assume there's some smallers.
Most of the bees that are kept for the purpose of eating and honey in this age are about the size of cats.
Okay. Nice.
Big ass bees.
That's pretty big bees.
Yeah.
That's a big old stinger too.
Yeah. All right, I'll put down a silver for the vodka and milk, and I'll have some cheese bread too, I guess.
I'll put down 3
So,
Tiltwell.
two servings of the cheese, honey bread, and 4 drinks. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Mose,
No.
did you want anything?
Get an extra thing of milk for Mose.
Oh, and a whiskey.
And do you have any fruit?
No.
Of course, we have food.
Well,
In fact, I think we just got a shipment from
Dylan, can you have whiskey?
Red Grove.
Yeah.
We'll call it whiskey.
No, we'll put some in the water and make it a little better.
So you probably have seen the fruits that come from Red Grove. They are called heart fruit because they actually look like a cardiac organ. They are kind of thick. They're solid. They're not squishy. They're like kind of like a peach, but they have like three sections that almost look like chambers. The stem comes up almost like chambers as well. It's like a three stemmed for some reason, and it is a kind of deep kind of maroon / crimson red.
If you squeeze it real hard.
It is not fuzzy like a peach. It's more that the outside is more kind of leathery, but it is very sweet and like a soft kind of fibrous fruit. So yeah, he has this kind of like wooden bowl with like 5 of them in it, and just kind of sets it in front of you.
Yeah, I'll try one. I assume they're kind of rare, or
Well, Red Grove, that's like their principal crop.
okay.
They have orchards and orchards of this stuff.
So Mose and I will split a fruit and veggie platter with some sweet bread.
I've never had one of this before.
Hopefully you're not allergic.
And we'll give them some milk with water.
No, with whiskey.
Really? Not to be honest, the milk's a little old. It might help.
Okay, so he bites into the fruit. So it's up to you whether you've had heart fruit before. If you haven't, though, I'm going to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
And it's not a poison effect. It's just a matter of how it affects you. I mean, it's not.
Okay.
I don't want to say too much without giving it away.
All right, I'll roll Constitution.
Okay.
That is a 15.
Okay.
Same my
15.
thing.
So almost immediately you're struck with how strong the flavor is.
Okay.
And when you like put it down and like kind of really get the texture and the flavor and like kind of like think about it, you want more. It's good.
Okay. I'll keep eating.
Yeah. Yeah. You find that like you're just gobbling away the food.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Anybody can eat that one?
Oh, that's not a D20.
It's not.
Yeah, Mose seems to have pretty much the same effect. He seems like, wow, this is so good.
It is really good.
This is my favorite.
Better than bananas?
Bananas.
Oh.
Yeah, when I'm done, I'm just like licking my fingers.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if this is good for kids, but
and the juice is it's thick. It's almost syrupy.
I wonder if you could make a wine out of this or something.
Ooh,
That would be good.
and I gotta roll for Mose for the booze / almost spoiled milk. Okay. So about a half an hour later, Mose starts to turn a little bit blue,
Blue?
and you can see his cheeks start to puff up a little bit.
All
Immediately runs outside, barfs.
right. I'll get back and I don't know. Does he have hair to hold back?
Yeah, he's got that curly mop of red
All
hair.
right. Yeah, I'll kind of hold it back.
Aw.
Ooh, and he starts crying.
Yeah, it's all right, kid. It happens.
I'll go mix him something for his stomach.
We'll get you some more of that hard fruit.
Yeah, can I have another one?
Yeah, I think there's one left.
Okay.
Here, drink some water first.
All right.
There's no whiskey in that one.
Hop in the wagon and I make some Pepto.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an alchemy roll.
Nice.
Herbalism, but
Yeah, roll.
21?
21. Sure, yeah, you whip up something. It at the very least stops him from like the dry heaves after he's got it all out of his system. And he's still holding. He threw it pretty hard, so his stomach's gonna be aching for a day or two. But like you calmed it for sure.
And that's why you don't drink.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
No, never anymore.
I think it was a
You
spoiled
guys
milk.
shouldn't do it either. It's bad.
You're
It's the
right,
whiskey.
Mose. They shouldn't do it anymore.
No, let him think it's the whiskey.
Why are you gonna lie to the kid?
You want a little drunk kid
I
running
want
around?
more fruit though.
We got more fruit
What
for you.
hangover you
Yeah.
gonna learn?
I
I'm
guess.
still the captain.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go lay down. I
Should we
think.
tell him pirates like rum?
Okay.
He goes over. There's like a little kind of hearth in the back, and he just kind of like curls up.
I send the lady over to cuddle with him.
Okay. He uses her as a as a pillow.
Big pillow.
Big pillow.
Big love.
Okay. So anything else you guys want to do while you're here?
What were the others? You said a warehouse?
Yeah, there is a tavern,
And
an inn, a warehouse, and a general store.
general store.
I'll do my normal trade route thing. I just set up shop and
Okay.
bring the people to us, and you guys can talk to them.
All right. Oh, how much was the meat and cheese?
I don't know. Let's say, like all together, your meal was like 6.
Okay.
Just give them the party treasure.
Well, they've already erased off theirs.
Party treasure.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anybody else?
unless there's some news. So this is kind of a mining town, there, right? Or is it more
Fishing.
panning?
It's more fishing, trying to be mining.
Okay.
They're still kind of picking away at that possibility that they could get something out of it. And it's not even like hardcore mining. It's just like the kind of prospectors sifting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
At the general store, actually, like there's a whole kind of section of the wall you see that's just various trays of different sizes and like grid shapes for like people to go try out on the banks.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot.
Hey.
Do I get paid for it? I assume?
You do have to get
That's in character.
Um,
I have to. Oh,
what's that? Are you gonna go panning?
yeah, I was.
You should
What's the point? I don't
Test-
find anything.
test your luck.
Yeah. Walks dejectedly out of the store.
Yeah, Scope is not a big fan of mining, but since it's just panning, he's alright with it.
Okay.
At first, he felt a little uneasy here, but kind of relaxes over time.
Sure.
Any news from the road? I guess we just kind of.
You listen around, and most of the talk centers around, what person brought in the biggest fish, or the one guy who found like the smallest nugget that thought was a diamond, but it just turned out to be like, a little piece of like glass or quartz or something.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to look for a gift for my aunt. Like when we finally get there,
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
What kind of thing you're looking for?
I don't know, some kind of interesting trinket. Did anybody come up with anything gold or find anything interesting?
Nothing gold,
Okay.
but you do find there's you know what a censer looks like, right? It's a hollow sphere with holes in it that you used to put incense in and
Oh, right.
kind of wave around.
Right.
There's a baseball sized object, very much like a sensor. It's got a little clip on it so you can open it up, put something in. It appears to be made of some kind of copper tin alloy, something like that.
Okay.
Looks like at one time it had a chain attached to it, but there's only like 3 or 4 links left.
Huh.
So it's and it's actually just kind of sitting in this kind of like bin in the corner of the store. It just says like
Yeah.
kind of crudely says knickknacks.
Okay, but it looks nice. I think she might like it.
Yeah, you think she might like it?
All right. So I'll try to. So, yeah, how much for that?
Oh, 2 copper.
2 copper. Do you have any chains or?
Sure, yeah, I can sell you a chain.
All right.
You want a gold chain?
Yeah, I
don't have any
mean-
gold chains.
Oh, okay. No, it's something to match.
You can get a copper chain.
A copper chain.
Sure.
Yeah.
Copper piece.
All right. So 3 copper total.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
It's gonna make a giant pot of tea with that.
Yeah, well, maybe we should put like potpourri or something in that. I don't know.
What is potpourri?
It's like you put like
No,
flowers, dead flowers and things. Smells good.
Don't dead things
Like
stink?
about 10 gold
Not
pieces.
flowers.
worth of
Flowers always smell
incense.
good.
Okay.
No, we don't.
Go and hold.
I don't
Go
know,
ahead
that's
and
what I've heard.
hold performance.
I mean, once it's dead and moldy, I'm gonna think it's gonna
14.
stink.
14.
You don't let it.
All right,
get
you can get 10 gold worth of incense for 9 gold.
moldy.
Just because of the wheeling and
Are you
dealing
dead?
around town.
Am I dead?
You kind of smell like you might be dead
No, I'm
or
still,
dying, maybe.
we're all dying. Very
Oh, I've got
Yes,
Like an
we're all
accelerated rate compared to the rest of us, perhaps.
dying. Fender. Here's we're all
Fair
dying.
enough.
Yeah, we're all dying. What's the point?
Well, actually, you're not dying.
You don't
If
know
anybody,
that. You don't know that.
He's
I don't know
decaying.
that.
that's true, I guess. But pretty
We
sure.
don't know that.
Oh well,
His insides are rotting.
you have some idea of your battery life. But that might depress you.
You can see the meter.
Just constantly, all the time. There's a meter. That was
It's dark.
it's
like
less
on
and
his,
less of a
watch.
charge every time he recharges.
It's just like eventually one day your solar battery won't be able to intake energy as fast as you spend it. That's basically your death or your death of old age.
Well, unless I steal it out of someone else.
Yeah, or upgrade or something.
Wow.
You get about 2 minutes of life a day.
You'd have to have maxed out intelligence to be able to do math for that.
Screen gets cracked. Battery can't hold a charge. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do. I'll be ready to
Is there
travel.
anything in particular other than
I'll
look
do a
for
reading in the
knickknacks?
morning.
You see Funko Pops.
Any Funko Pops?
Not a sponsor.
Not sponsored. No, you do see like a weird, very old, very beaten up looking doll. It's not made of. You've heard of this stuff before. It's found every once in a while. It's like this kind of bendable, tough substance called plastic.
Okay.
There's a plastic doll, kind of about yay big. It looks like a human infant.
Not interesting.
Think of like one of the arms is kind of partially melted, and one of the eyes is missing.
Wonders
Just kind of sitting in the corner. There's actually like a weird kind of magical symbol like etched across its forehead. And a few like knickknacks and almost looks like somebody like made a little, almost like a effigy or voodoo doll or like maybe protective kind of thing. Set in the corner. Yeah, it could be some kind of protective thing that they put up to like protect the shop. That's what it feels like anyway.
Does Fender look creeped out by it?
No, I don't have any discernible facial emotions.
Yeah.
Makes Fender extremely hard to read with the line.
But do you see Fender eyeballing it?
No.
Or just trying to avoid it, maybe?
No, I saw it, but that was it.
Darn.
No particular like. Yeah, you see that they saw it, but they didn't focus on it.
Alright. As I rummage through the shop, I'm going to look for their junk bin to see if they have any pages or old books or magazines or anything.
Roll up.
Alright. And 12 total.
That's why from 13.
Yeah, you actually find or at least I'll say half of a old cowboy comic book from like the 50s.
Alright. Alright. Ooh. Wait. Can't say it's ooh. I'd be willing to take this piece of junk off of your hands.
Yeah, I guess you can have it for copper.
Alright. I don't bargain very well.
Is this the 1 cent store?
Right.
We move.
The sign on the outside of the store is actually called like washed up.
Nice.
It's a good story.
And it actually looks like so your characters wouldn't know this, but it's been cobbled to the sign has been cobbled together from like a laundromat.
Cool.
Nice.
What else is there around town? Nothing else interesting happened?
Do you guys want to stay the night before you move on, or?
If it's late enough, I guess. Yeah.
I just sleep in the wagon.
No wagon. Anyone want to stay at the inn?
No.
I'll hang out at the inn and look and listen for rumors about ruins or bunkers or caches around here.
Sure. You don't hear anything about bunkers or caches, but you do hear an older man, kind of in the corner. He's wiry, dark eyes, hair pulled back. He has a kind of like tight Errol Flynn mustache and a very well groomed kind of pointed beard. He wears tight leathers and a kind of well worn but well kept kind of traveling cloak. And he seems to be trying to convince some people to go south with him looking for Almaz. Which we go with history for if you like to know information.
Yes. 21 total.
Oh, okay, cool. So Almaz is kind of a bit like, I don't know if I'm using this reference correctly, but a little bit like Shangri-La. It's a place like people talk about where Obelisk is like mysterious and powerful and a little bit dark. Almaz is almost like the city of gold if you could find it. Like supposedly, it's supposedly it's a city constructed entirely of gems.
Ooh.
Prospectors are always, talking about rumors of going there, and but those who claim to have been there rarely have anything to show other than a story. Perhaps maybe a handful of stones that are definitely not as valuable as they claim to be, but they nearly always talk about seeing things out of the corner of their eye that move very quickly, and generally are the reason like no one who claims to have found the place stays long enough to get anything of value. Yeah, supposedly, if the tales are true, you can only see it under like the exactly right conditions because of how the light moves around it.
Huh. All right, I'll store that in my head and make a journal note of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I spend a night in the wagon and just come back in the morning for breakfast, I guess.
Okay.
Do you want big spoon or little spoon?
There'll just be a knife over here.
So
Spooning leads to
throughout the
forking.
night, Mose is a little bit quieter. He asks a few less questions. Seems very focused on practicing with the little crossbow, and he seems to be getting pretty good. Like he's shooting kind of in a row along the edge of the wagon. Just so you guys have made him kind of bolts that won't do too much damage. They'll just stick in. You can pull them and patch it over. But he seems to be his aim is getting pretty good.
Excellent.
At least with non-moving targets.
Right.
I run back through after and just do mending on all the little holes.
Yeah, you have to do it on individual planks. All right, yeah. So the night passes by mostly without incident. However, I'd like you all to roll perception at disadvantage.
Oh no.
If you have any kind of ability that affects your hearing in a positive way, you can get rid of the disadvantage.
I don't think so. 9.
Perception. What's the worst roll? Ooh, dang.
I'm feeling particularly sad, so I put a bag over my head.
Okay.
10.
You just take one of that one's empty sacks and
10 as
drape
well.
it over your head. Did you get any?
1.
A 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's okay.
I'm at a 6 total.
Okay. So you're not the two of you. What? I'm sorry. It was 2 10s,
9.
a 9, and a 1.
6.
Oh. Okay.
After modifier.
Oh. Okay. But there were 2 10s. Right?
And another 10, lady.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. So you don't wake immediately, and you don't know how much time has passed because you're kind of
I do.
you're somehow focused
On the sack.
very much on the sack.
Yes, I am. What to do?
Womp womp. But you hear screams.
Oh dear.
Definitely coming from towards the lake. And they're starting to fade as if whoever is screaming is moving away.
I look around for Mose immediately.
Okay. He is sleeping.
Right up on you.
Actually, still right next to that lady.
Okay.
He's pretty out. Yeah, he hasn't woken from this.
Okay. So do we all wake up or?
The two of you who are tens do that.
Oh, okay. Then I'm still sleeping. Never mind.
So I think we wake up.
The
And
two
then-
of you.
You were in the tavern?
No, I was gonna hang out at the tavern for information.
And
then come back to
technically
the
you're
wagon.
awake. You just don't register the sound.
I shake him, which
Me?
he ended up in the spoon position anyway after he fell asleep. I grew up in a family like 9 people there. There was 3 or 4 to a bed at all times.
Yeah,
It's
I had-
fine. It's extra warm.
Yeah, I had a
Fine.
brother and sister.
My passive doesn't come into play.
Not in this case.
And I start lighting a lantern so I can get
Okay.
down there. I'm assuming
Yeah,
it's dark.
yeah, it's fairly dark, and you can actually see. So the people that fish at night, you notice like just before you bedded down, they set up kind of like tiki type torches to kind of like light the shore so they can go out a little ways and still fish at night. One of those has been kind of knocked to the side. It's still lighting. It's flickering a little bit. It looks like the oil's starting to run out. And the ones further along seem to be okay, but you can see there's a clear path towards the lake, and you can hear more of that screaming starting to fade. A lot of splashing.
And I'm sorry, where were you staying?
Next to the outside.
Yeah, just pull the sack off his head
Okay.
as I'm getting my.
Yeah, you immediately take that. You're out of that.
What?
So with the light, I can see pretty clearly with dark vision. Or?
Yeah, you see a shaggy, animal-sized creature, about kind of 4 foot tall at the shoulder, and it seems to be dragging a screaming man almost to the. It's like 10 feet from getting into the lake at the moment, and you're, I want to say, 70 feet away.
Okay. Well, I point that out.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'll run over there.
Yeah, grab my
Alright.
gear and run.
All right, so everyone can roll initiative.
Ooh.
Definitely not a 20.
7.
Okay, sorry. Go right.
Should probably write it down. You should
Probably write it
see
down.
have it
All right.
in your head. So you have to expect.
Okay, so
7.
in honor of Critical Role, 20 to 25.
Yes, 23.
All right. You should probably roll for the creature.
7. Right? 6 maybe?
All right, 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
11.
Okay. 5 to 10.
6.
7. Oh, you said animal-sized creature.
Yeah, well, you know,
As
A
opposed
large
to...
dog.
yeah, a large dog size.
Oh.
Perhaps a predatory cat. But it is, you can tell from this distance,
Tiger.
it's long haired and it has a long kind of thick tail. But you can't see much else other than that.
It's a
Okay.
tiger.
Right, so 23 is first.
All right.
You were one of the first to wake up, so I'm gonna say you could have run along with Scofa to go investigate, so you're
Okay.
70 feet away.
All right. 70 feet away. I can't see that far. That's
With the amount of
Light.
like the torchlight, you can make out its silhouette at least,
okay.
and you can see the person kind of struggling.
Okay. That's within range for the short bow.
Sure is.
All right. So that was my move, was to get to within 70 feet, right?
No, you start at 70.
Oh, okay. So I can move and dash. So that would be bring me up to. If I move up, brings me within 40 feet, right?
Correct.
All right. And... All right. So I'm within 40 feet, and I will
Shoot with your short
shoot
bow.
with my short bow.
All right.
15 on the die, plus 6 is 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
Yay! Is it caught unaware or anything?
It's in base to base. I mean...
Yeah.
No, it's pretty aware of its surroundings.
Okay.
You just for now that you're only 40 feet away from it,
Yeah.
you can see it has when the light shimmers off its eyes, it has that kind of like cat reflective. So
Huh.
it must have like intense dark vision.
Okay. All right. 3 plus 4, 7 piercing damage.
All right. So yeah, it goes deep into its side, and there's this deep gurgly howl
Ew.
that it almost sounds like kind of the sound of like a whale mixed with like a cat's growl.
Ugh.
It's very kind of garbly and echoey. And its eyes seem to flash a little bit.
All right.
All right. So then the creature goes.
Uh-oh.
Right. Let's see how bold it is feeling. Pretty damn bold. It drops the sailor and charges you.
Oh no!
And as you its gait is very feline like, and as it gets closer, you can see it has these long kind of 6-fingered claws that are kind of larger. Its front legs look thicker, a little bit like a hyena, and it has a very ape / canine like face, almost like a baboon. And it opens its jaw almost too wide as it like kind of leaps forward and snaps at you.
Oh dear.
But a natural one will not do it.
Woo!
So it somehow like misjudges the distance, and it just kind of lands like a foot from you and takes a big chunk out of the sand at your feet.
Yeah, he's got a disadvantage on chomping because his
Yeah.
mouth is all...
Well, I will call it effectively prone.
Nice.
All right, so Delwyn, it is your turn.
That means he can shoot.
I'm gonna say you could have, you probably would have been a little bit behind, but so let's say you're about 80 feet away.
I am I have lantern in one hand.
Mhm.
I'm gonna that same hand just grab my flashlight, my mag light,
Sure.
flick that puppy on.
Okay, let's roll a d20.
Cocked or 10? That's 10.
As long as you don't roll one, it clicks on.
Clicks on.
All right, it's a pretty powerful light.
And I'm gonna light it up you get within 60, I'm going to let it up with some fairy fire.
Sure.
So it needs to make a dex save DC 14.
Okay.
It's prone, so it's 6 damage, right?
I don't think that does. No, maybe it
Oh,
does.
no.
Rule of cool.
No.
Rule of cool.
Look at this.
I like it. I
let's-
agree with
Robot.
Let's take a quick check.
It's magic.
Rule of cool.
Robot.
Roll it.
Slowly but surely showing his true agenda. Kill all organics.
No, nothing to save.
So, yeah. Rule of cool, right? Like I said.
I think it'd be cooler if it just rolls out of the way.
No.
You say what's the DC?
14.
14 on the die. So it does in fact. So these little kind of I don't know. Describe how your spell looks.
My fairy fire is. They look like little fireflies that zoom around.
Cool.
And if they hit someone, they kind of just envelop it in kind
Sure.
of an orangish yellow light.
So they dart out, kind of like leaving their kind of like light trails, as if we had been taking a hallucinogen or something like that. So like
Nice.
coming at him, and they swirl and kind of go for him, but it does in fact kind of like spit out that sand and kind of like roll a little bit to the side, and they just kind of fade out. All right, so Fender is next.
How far am I?
You, I'm gonna say you're the same distance as that one, so 80 feet.
Didn't it move up though to attack Sora?
Oh yeah, it did advance.
You did
So
with 40, you said 40 feet.
Sora moved 30. It met the distance of 40. So you were actually
They should be 40 away, I guess. then.
you would have been 50 away, and then you would also be 50 away.
Okay. I'm gonna move up on it as close as I can. I got bonus I have to take my dash. It's still gonna attack you probably. So like even if I get up on its face. Yeah, I'll dash and just have my
She's
shield
gonna
up.
try and like get in its grill.
Yeah, get in front of Sora despite
Cool.
What?
Sora being so rude on the
Living up to your defender.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Right.
We'll kill it faster. We tag team it.
All right. Scofa.
Okay,
Your
so
turn.
then I'm 30 feet away from it. Then, if we were the same, or
Yeah.
Well, Sora went up, so you're
Yeah.
70 feet away.
no, but it met Sora, right? Sora ran 30 feet, but it ran. and
Right.
attacked
Sora's
Sora.
30 feet away from you, so it's 30 feet away.
Yeah, 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah, so I'll just start running, and then I realize I have an extra burst of speed, and I kind of slide and skid behind another 10 feet because I got 40 feet now, and then swing around the back of it.
Okay.
Um,
So you know, as you get around the back of it, you have dark vision.
Yeah.
You notice that its long, kind of thick, ropey tail also has like a 6-fingered hand on the end of it with claws.
oh yeah.
And there's actually like a little kind of glowing cat eye in the middle of it too.
Nifty.
Weird.
That's
Have I
nice.
ever seen anything like this?
No, you haven't.
Okay.
Shiny butthole.
Are we doing
Jeez.
flanking or not?
Well, that would be something for you guys to do. They decide. It can enter. It'll definitely enter. Add dramatic tension because statistically, monsters will be flanking you more often than you flank monsters. But
Must be fighting one thing.
it does add advantage when
Yeah.
attacking
We've already done
coordinated.
We are doing.
We've already,
We've already-
turned
Okay.
it on.
I thought we did. Okay.
It's already turned
It's
on.
in-
Right,
it's
so
on the
then
setting.
you do get advantage.
Okay, sweet.
We turned it
Then
on at least for the skeletons.
right. Okay, good. I missed the natural one, so I got a 16 or no 20. Sorry, 20 to hit.
Non-natural 20?
Yeah, non-natural.
Yeah, that hits.
Unnatural. It's
Yeah.
supernatural 20.
There you go.
And actually, I can do two-handed. So, bam. All right, 7 damage,
Cool.
and then I will. Since this is a crazy thing, I'm gonna burst a point of key and do a couple. Kicks.
Follow-ups.
Yeah.
All right.
So I get 2. Oh, these are advantage too, right? So
Yeah.
here's the first one. Another natural one I missed. So that's 24.
Yeah.
And
Oh no.
Another natural one. Wow, see, this bouncing out. All right, so this one's a 13. Does that one hit?
13 does not.
Okay, so
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's despite its kind of bulk, it is still pretty quick.
okay. So that is 5 more points of damage.
Okay. All right. So it's actually you guys have both kind of laid some damage on it.
Yeah.
Because of its thick hair and the dark kind of, it's still kind of dripping wet from the lake. It's hard to tell if it's bleeding or not.
Okay.
It's hard to tell how badly you damaged it, but I mean, you guys are aware that you put some smackdown on it.
Cool.
Okay.
And it does definitely like hiss at you and focus.
Okay. Great. What does it look at me with the eye and the tail?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right. So I tried to aim for that when I was doing the kick.
Oh,
Keeping the eyeball.
well, okay. I missed it this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it has the eye in its tail, it shouldn't be able to be flanked.
Okay.
But I forgot, so that's fine.
Okay.
It's on the ground, so you would have advantage anyway until it gets
Oh
up.
yeah, it was still prone.
yeah,
That's
okay.
true. It was still prone. Okay, yeah, it can't ignore that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So back around to Sora.
All right. So it's prone, so I have advantage.
You do,
I'm going to attempt to.
and you have an ally within 5 feet of it.
Yes. So I get.
You have 2 allies within 5 feet.
So you get an extra D20. Your
Yeah, try
damage.
to- No.
Automatic double
All
crit.
right. Stab it. Crap. 11.
11, unfortunately, does not hit.
And then bonus action disengage.
How did you miss?
Sure, you like take a swift swipe at it and then kind of scramble backwards.
Yep.
Okay. How far do you want to move back?
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay, cool. All right, so now it only has 2 possible victims.
I can
Well,
shoot it now.
it's not a victim if it's willing, right?
All right. Right. Okay. So let's do a roll here. Do you want odd or even?
Oh dear.
I saw the die.
All right, I'll roll again.
Well, you don't know which
I'll
is
look this
which.
time.
Okay, do you want odd or even?
Uh,
This is good for you, the one you pick.
even.
Okay, so it was odd. Right, a 3. All right, so you get the mouth, you get the tail.
Why would it turn around?
It doesn't have to turn around. It just stands up. Because you guys were flanking it.
Yeah, but I was at its face.
Okay,
I
well, in any case, it swings its mouth around at this guy.
I was the one to hit it. Yeah.
Alright. Shields up.
All right, so the chomp.
Alright.
With 18 on the die,
Oh, that'll hit.
Are you sure?
so it bites into you for 6 points of damage.
Ouch.
And go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay. Is this for disease?
It is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 13.
13. All right.
Now, wait a minute. Wait, can I use luck for this?
You could,
Okay.
but I'll tell you right now, you don't have to because
Okay.
you made it.
Okay.
You felt so as it kind of bit onto you, you felt kind of the muscles of its jaw kind of start to move, but you kind of pull your arm out
Okay.
just in time as you hear kind of almost like a click sound,
Okay.
and it just kind of like hisses at you.
All right. So is that enough to be able to warn somebody else? Do I know what was going to happen, or?
You're not positive, but you
Okay.
think it was probably bad.
Okay. All right. So watch out for the mouth.
Okay. So does a 17 hit you?
No, sir.
No. All right. So you bring your shield up just at the right time. The tail claw just kind of scrapes off your shield.
Rude. Tail's not so nice either.
All right, Delwyn, you are up.
I grip my holy symbol. It kind of flares and like 3 little kind of firefly type things fly out again, and you guys are all 3 blessed.
Ooh, woo. Nice.
74.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Cool.
And I'm going to move a little closer. I make a little noise to gather maybe anybody sleeping or any of that. We'll get their attention, and I keep the mag light focused on it.
Sure. Okay. So that means Fender's next.
Good boy. Can I take a swipe at the tail?
You sure can.
Like, as if to cut off? Or is that like a called
It
shot?
would be a called shot.
And grab your D4 too.
So called shot, I don't have a page for that, but it is disadvantage, and because of this particular is not super small, so it's only +2 to its arm class. But you will get like an extra effect if you are successful.
Yeah, let's
And
do
you
it.
will grab that advantage.
Let's do it. Let's roll these bones. Sweet. That's an 11 on the disadvantage die plus 6 plus
So
4.
from the luck.
So 21.
Yeah, so you definitely hit. So just roll damage.
Oh, thanks. 6 damage.
Okay. So you don't lop it off.
Oh.
But you do kind of the blade does kind of like scrape across the eye, and you can see some of the creature's blood actually gets in its way. So it is slightly impaired.
Okay.
In respect.
I'm gonna action
So
search.
for other dungeon masters out there, the effect of that is that that attack is going to be at disadvantage until it is somehow able to clear the eye.
I'm gonna action search.
Okay. And you said 6 damage, right?
Yes. Okay. 13 on the die, plus another 4, plus another.
Okay, and this is
6.
just a regular attack, right?
23.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
regular.
that hits.
For 9 damage. That's good.
9 damage. Okay, let me do a really quick math. Yeah. How would you like to kill it?
The beast?
Mhm.
Ooh. Oh, I want to be vulgar, but I don't know this shit. No, I'll just get under it and just kind of stab, like maybe what I was like
So
trying to
you kind of like a slide.
slide in, just go.
Yeah.
Like,
so you
not
just
hard.
slide through the sand, stab up right through its kind of like right below the rib cage, where it would be, and it just like doesn't hit the spine, but the blade does come out of its back.
Ooh.
Then it kind of like slumps down on you.
On me? Oh no! Can I move out of the way?
You can make a dexterity save.
17.
Yeah,
Get your
manage to-
D4
you
on
manage
it as
to-
well.
You have to let go of your sword temporarily to roll out of the way, but you do.
Okay.
And yeah, it's kind of slumps over to the side.
Nice.
It's one of its paws like it kicks a little bit in like a death throw, just like a dreaming dog or something. But then it just kind of just still.
I'm gonna head down to the man that was being dragged
Uh-huh.
and check on him.
There's a pretty gnarly, like he's kind of like laying in the sand, looking up at the sky, panting. There's a pretty gnarly bite mark, kind of just inches away from his neck, kind of deep in his kind of shoulder.
I'll hit him with a cure.
Okay.
Can I check out the eyeball?
Sure. Yeah.
The eyeball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rip it off. I'm gonna cut it off. I'm
You
gonna
take off
the
the
tail.
hand. It's
Wherever-
in the palm of its tail hand.
Yeah, well, I'll just cut the whole tail off. I was already partway there.
Like where? Like
where I
right
already
the
hit. Yeah.
wrist area.
Yeah.
Sure.
10
Yeah.
points for the man.
Yeah. He almost completely takes away all the damage. He was on the like he was gonna die if he didn't heal him.
Help him back up and
He's oh, thank you. What happened? He's did Clarence make it?
where was Clarence?
Oh, it I guess he
Clarence.
did.
No,
Were
it's-
you out on the water?
No, we were just coming in. You can see one of you like kind of lights one of the torches, and it evens out the light, and you can see that like he had kind of just beached his shipping. It's a smaller like 2-person fishing boat, and he had kind of just beached it with like a small catch, like 2 dozen fish or something.
I'll get my lantern going, and then I double the light through control flame so it goes out to 60,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have the mag light too, just looking around.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and roll perception advantage. He just kind of like after you hear him and you talk to him, he just kind of like sits in the sand and seems to kind of stare up into nowhere.
23.
Okay. So about surprisingly, this lake is pretty clear. So about 20, 25 feet in, and partially covered by a few large rocks is a body, and it's probably deceased. You can just see kind of its legs kind of freely, still attached to his body, but like kind of floating, trying to float.
Right. I tell him, why don't you go up to the tavern and we'll take over. You've been injured.
Okay. He gets up and starts walking. The
Don't
wrong
forget
way.
your fish.
Oh yes.
We'll take care of that. We'll pull the boat up.
I pull the boat out.
Which
Yeah.
tavern is?
The other way. The other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? He just kind of wanders off, kind of weaving a little bit. Definitely in shock.
Then after he's gone, I shine the light over on it. Can you?
Sure.
So you want to retrieve the body?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Make a athletics roll, a DC of 5.
Okay. Yeah.
So you come back with the body. It looks like he was drowned and just kind of covered by rocks. Presumably, maybe the creature was going to eat it later, or you're not sure.
Are there like creature wounds on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
there is kind of bite marks on him.
All right.
You don't have spare the die?
Oh, he's been dead for at least a couple minutes.
Is there anybody else out here fishing, or is just the two?
No, it looks like these were like the two last guys that were
Okay.
Well, at least we
pushing the midnight oil, so to speak.
Yeah.
killed the creature of the...
Okay, well, drag him up, kind of straighten him out some, so when his friend comes looking, it's not like his eyeball is popping out.
Right.
Minimize the.
And again, he's only been under there for at the most years. Well, actually, roll medicine.
Oh no.
I have no idea.
Yeah, you're not sure. But
Is he alive? Maybe he is alive.
no, he's definitely dead.
That's a bit-
But you don't imagine it would have taken you more than 5 minutes or so to come out of your sleep.
I just thought it would be better if, like, he was really torn up, that his friend didn't see like guts.
Sure.
Yeah, he hasn't been torn open, but he definitely has several wounds on him.
What is this thing? Sora says,
No idea.
kicking at the creature.
One of you more magically inclined folk. What does this look like? Hold the hand with the crystal.
So anyone trained in Arcana can make a roll.
Use Eric's die.
I've been rolling ones
8.
now.
15.
15. Okay, so you've heard tales of a creature,
Get it?
colloquially called a teeth eater.
Mm.
It lurks around rivers and kind of stalks people, hoping to drown them, and kind of eat little bits of them. It has been known to leave corpses without teeth and fingernails.
Yikes, dude. Did you know this?
No, it's from Aztec mythology.
Yuck. Cool. Well, so what is the part that I have? What is that?
There's a possibility it could be used in kind of a magical component. It might be worth something to a researcher or something.
Wrap it in.
You want me to put it on our
Yeah.
list?
In the list.
Yeah, you would have in order to keep it from decaying, you would have to treat it by making an alchemy. If you want
Can I do it through herbalism?
Can the blind
no, to preserve it to be used useful in a magical context, you would have to use alchemy.
I'm going to start finding some books on alchemy.
Purify
Start
food and
learning
drink?
alchemy.
Yeah, but I mean, you could dry it and use it as a trophy or something. For herbalism.
I think that's going to be a new goal. I'm going to try and learn alchemy.
And Sora's gonna kind of prod around on the dead creature's guts to see if there might be anything hidden inside its body.
Well, it's a teeth eater. There's probably teeth in there.
Yeah, but what if it swallowed a page or something? Or like a book? Or something useful?
Okay. So we will kind of end the scene with you guys kind of standing over the body,
Okay.
contemplating what next to do, and maybe like a passing shot back of the kind of fisherman in shock, kind of just reaching the inn as he kind of like puts a hand on the doorway and kind of like pulls himself in. Into the credits.
Yeah.
And I'll just flash the art again.
And we're freeze from.
It's like, again, thank you to Sangoanda for awesome art. Thank you to my inspirations, Critical Role, Adam Kobel's wonderful Court of Swords, and the Erois by Mark Humes, which I love as well. I would not have tried this without you guys' inspiration, and I want to thank my friends who have come to play with us all and hopefully entertain you guys. So please tune in next Monday to see what these guys get up to. Thanks for joining us. This has been Kicking the Door.
Hey. Goodbye.
Good night.